So, since we got the almost confirmed 6.4 lineup through leaks, it's time to talk about whether these banners are worth pulling on, purely from a meta point of view. I'm going to keep it simple, focus on what each character actually brings to your account, and then give you the most realistic way to decide who you should prioritize. For anyone who has not seen my last video, the leaked 6.4 banners are Varka, Flins, Skirk, and Escoffier. The phase order is still not officially confirmed, but we'll talk about what is most likely later. Let's start with the headline, Varka. He is an Anemo Claymore damage dealer, and we already got his leaked kit. His normal, charged, and plunge attacks are basically what you would expect from a Claymore unit. Nothing crazy you need to memorize there. The interesting part starts the moment you press his skill. When you tap his skill, he jumps forward, deals area Anemo damage, and enters a special mode where his normal attacks get stronger. In that mode, he cannot plunge, and his two blades start dealing extra elemental damage based on what elements you have in your party. If you have Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo teammates, his skill can even change into a stronger special version that deals a mix of Anemo and that teammate element. He can also spend uses of that special skill to do a special charged attack that does not cost stamina and deals that same mixed damage. His burst is simpler. It is basically a big double slash, 2 hits of Anemo damage, but again, if you have Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo teammates, the first slash can convert into one of those elements. So even his burst is shaped by who you bring with him. Now the passives are where the meta ceiling talk becomes real. One passive says that if you have Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo characters in the party, every 1,000 points of his attack give him a bonus to his Anemo damage and one corresponding element, up to a cap of 25%. That already encourages building him like a classic attack scaler. But then comes the line that made people panic. If your party has at least 2 Anemo characters, or at least 2 characters of the same element among Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo, his core attacks in that special mode deal 140% of their original damage. And if you have both conditions at the same time, meaning at least 2 Anemo and also at least 2 of one other element, that jumps to 220%. That is not a tiny buff. That is the kind of multiplier that can create a massive gap between random team and best team. This is why the leaks and showcases keep mentioning double Anemo and double Pyro style teams. It is basically telling you, this is where the money is. Another passive says that when teammates trigger Swirl, he gains stacks that increase his damage in that special mode by 7.5% for 8 seconds, up to 4 stacks. So he also rewards reaction flow. And then there is the Hexerai part. After you complete his Witch's Homework quest, he becomes a Hexerai character, and if you have at least 2 Hexerai characters in the party, the Hexerai bonus can reduce the cooldown of his special skill when he lands normal attacks in that mode. And that's why you probably want to play Durin in his best team. So, what is the takeaway for Varka? He looks like a very strong damage dealer who will set a high ceiling for Anemo carries, which have honestly been a bit underwhelming for a long time. The cost is that he wants a structured team. If you love building perfect teams, you will love him. If you hate restrictions, you might still enjoy him, but you will not get the same insane value without the right setup. Now Flins. Flins is also a really strong damage dealer, and his value spikes hard if you already pulled Anefa. That pairing is basically the heart of Luna charge teams right now. If you pulled Anefa in 6.3, Flins is the natural finish the pair rerun. Now Skirk. Skirk is still the best cryo damage dealer in the game in terms of ceiling, but she comes with one major rule. She really wants Escoffier. Without Escoffier she is still good, but she does not feel like the full package. With Escoffier she turns into the real S tier, version people talk about. That is why these two being close together has been rumored for a long time. Hoyoverse loves selling pairs, and Skirk plus Escoffier is a very clear pair. And then Escoffier herself. She is the only character in this lineup who is not a main damage dealer. She is a support, and specifically a freeze-oriented support. Her value is extremely high if you want to play Skirk at her best. Outside of Freeze teams, she is much harder to justify because her kid identity is so tied to that archetype. So if you are not interested in Freeze or you do not own Skirk, Escoffier becomes a much more niche pull. If you do own Skirk, she becomes almost mandatory for peak performance. That is the simplest way to describe her value. Now let's talk about phase order, because that changes what you can actually afford. Nothing is confirmed, but the most logical split is Varka and Flynn's in Phase 1, and then Escoffier and Skirk in Phase 2. The reason is simple. Varka is the debut, so he should headline the first half. And if the Abyss Blessing truly favors Luna charged damage in that first half window, Flynn's being placed there makes a lot of sense. Then Phase 2 becomes the pair patch, where Escoffier and Skirk sit together because they are meant for each other, and because people who own one will be tempted to grab the other. That split is not official, but it is the cleanest path from both a gameplay and marketing perspective. So who should you pull? Here is the meta perspective answer. If you want the biggest account upgrade, and you enjoy structured team building, Varka looks like the star of the patch. He is not just another Anemo unit. The multipliers and team conditions suggest a very high ceiling. If you have the supports to build his best team core, he could end up as one of the most impactful debuts in Nodcry. If you already pulled a Nefa and you actually want to play Luna Charged seriously, then Flynn's is the priority. This is one of those situations where skipping the rerun means your previous pull loses value. If you are not building Luna Charged, Flynn's is still strong, but he is not an automatic must. If you are a Skirk player or you want to become one, then you should treat Skirk and Escoffier as a package. Pulling only one is not wrong, but it is the classic "you will feel the gaps" situation. If you want the full power version of Skirk, you want Escoffier too. If you do not care about freeze teams, you can skip Escoffier with a clean conscience. And this is why the patch feels so brutal. It is main damage dealer heavy. 3 carries and 1 niche support that completes one of the carries. So you cannot really collect a little bit of everything without paying the price. And again, this is only viewed from a meta perspective. The best advice that never changes is still, pull who you like. You will always have more fun playing characters you actually enjoy than forcing yourself into the best team every patch. Before you plan too far ahead, remember these banners are still leaks and are waiting to be confirmed by the 6.4 special program, which will happen during the second phase of 6.3. Until then, tell me in the comments, if this leak becomes real, who are you pulling for in 6.4? Are you a Varka believer? Are you finishing Luna charged with Flynn's? Or are you going full freeze with Skirk plus Escoffier? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.